Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm super excited because I'm going to be choosing my May TBR. And just like the last couple months, I'm going to be using my new TBR jar. For those of you that haven't watched my previous videos, I created a jar full of prompts, and basically they're all color coded based on genre. So if I'm feeling like picking a certain kind of genre, I will pick the color that corresponds to it. So these two shelves are pretty much full with the books that I have yet to read. I actually have a pretty big haul coming in, so I really need to try and read a lot of these that are here. What I found that works for me is I would want to choose 10 books and break it down between different formats. So I think I'd like to do maybe 6 physical books, 2 audiobooks, and 2 ebooks. That way I can still get a lot of my physical TBR down. So without further ado, let's just start picking prompts. I really gotta mix some of these up because they're like, ooh. So the first one that I've picked is the lowest rated on Goodreads. So real quick, I'm gonna go onto my Goodreads and see which of the books on my want to read shelf has the lowest rating. According to Goodreads, I have 31 books on my physical TBR. That's not including the books that I just recently hauled. I'm actually saving all of those books for a future video. So let's see. Let me just sort these by. So the lowest rated book on my physical TBR, wow, that's kind of sad. One of the newest books that I actually bought from my bookstore that recently closed, it's Eat, Drink, and Remarry: Confessions of a Serial Wife by Margot Howard. So it actually has a rating of 2.92. Wow, that is incredibly low. And it only has 122 ratings, but it came out in 2014. So Eat, Drink, and Remarry is a memoir by Margot Howard, who has been married 4 times. And in doing so, she has learned a thing or two about finding love. And she shares her stories of trying to find the perfect mate in a funny, probably self-deprecating, and hopefully insightful way. The next 2 would have been Imaginary Friend with 3.54 and The Guinevere Deception with 3.77. So it doesn't have that many reviews, but the reviews that it does have rated it really low. So at least it's a really short one, and you know what? I'm not against DNFing, so we'll give this one a shot and hopefully it'll be a good one. Next prompt. My next prompt is, so it says read a booktuber's recommendation. Pretty sure I have a book on here that was recommended to me by a booktuber. Ooh, Ninth Rain was recommended to me by Elliot Brooks. Chuck Palahniuk's Invisible Monsters was recommended by Haley Hughes. Oh, Children of Time was recommended by Murphy Napier. Wolf by Wolf recommended to me by Haley in Bookland. Crescent City recommended by Brittany the Bibliophile. Okay, so out of all of these, which one would I pick? I think I want to go with Crescent City. House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas, recommended to me by Brittany the Bibliophile. This book is ginormous. For those of you that haven't heard about it, so oh my gosh, the dust jacket is in here, so I can't even tell you what it's about. But I think this is like a whole new series that Sarah J. Maas wrote, and it's about, I think the main character's name was Bryce, and she goes through some kind of traumatic event towards the beginning of the book, and then it because of this event, she teams up with, was it an angel? I forgot. Some sort of other species in order to find out, I guess, the mysteries of what happened in the beginning. That's a horrible description, but that's the best I can do right now. And it's supposed to be some sort of fantasy romance that's, I don't know if it's urban fantasy or if it's just a high fantasy set in a city-like setting. I've read Throne of Glass, didn't really like it, but I've read A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I thought it was pretty alright. So I think I'll give this one a shot. I bought this one used, that's why it's like missing the dust jacket and looks kind of messed up. But hopefully I enjoy what's in the book, which is what's most important. Next prompt. My next prompt is most IG votes. So I'm glad I got this because I recently did a poll on my IG to kind of figure out what I wanted to read for audio or read on audio. And I think I did The American Roommate Experiment versus Reminders of Him. And then for a thriller, I did All the Missing Girls versus the perfect marriage. I think I'm going to choose a thriller audiobook. And the one that won for the most IG votes was All the Missing Girls by Megan Miranda. So this one is about, okay, it seems like this woman left her hometown 10 years ago after her best friend disappeared. And now she's come back to take care of her father. But her return has reawakened the cold case of her missing best friend, and I guess, you know, brings up old secrets and all of that good stuff. I don't want to read too much more than that. I usually like going into thrillers fairly blind. I've heard this premise before, but I mean, hopefully it could be a good one. I still want to give it a shot. So this says, choose 2 books I'm not excited about, read 50 pages and unhaul one of them. Okay, 2 books I'm not excited about, and then I'm going to read 50 pages, unhaul one, and then I'm going to read the other one. Wow, that'll help me get rid of a lot of these. So what am I not excited about here? Honestly, I'm not too excited about the Guinevere Deception. The Guinevere Deception by Kirsten White. So this seems like it's a King Arthur retelling that focuses on his wife Guinevere. So in this retelling, Guinevere is a changeling who isn't what she seems. She gets set up to marry off Arthur by Merlin, and her job is to not only be his wife but to protect him from the various enemies that seek to take him down and threaten Camelot. I mean, when I bought it, I was interested in it, but it's kind of been a while now and my interest has kind of died down, so hopefully this will be that book's last chance. I want to pick Empire of the Vampire, but I'm gonna pick Ninth Reign. So Ninth Reign is about, okay, so I guess in this world there are, I don't know if they're fae or are they vampires, or anyway, there's this race of creatures who are very old. I think they're probably immortal, and they live off the nectar from this tree, but when this tree dies they have to resort to drinking human blood. And because of this, obviously humans turn against them, but they can't be annihilated because they're the oldest, I guess, species that remembers how to defeat this old enemy that attacks the earth. So I think a group of unlikely people of different species go on this adventure to save the empire. This book has been on my TBR quite a few times and I still haven't read it. So it looks like I'm going to read 50 pages from both of these, and the one that I'm least excited about, I am going to unhaul, and I have to read the other one. Ooh, another booktuber one. It says, pick a favorite booktuber's favorite book. Oh, I don't know if this is her favorite book, but it looks like Elliot Brooks is getting 2 of her favorites on my TBR this month, or for the month of May. So Ninth Reign could have fit that prompt, but I think I'm going to go Fireborn, which is one of Elliot Brooks' favorite books. So Fireborn by Rosaria Munda is, so it looks like this book is about 2 orphans who kind of grow up together but come from very different backgrounds, and they both want to get the top spot in this dragon writing school, academy, whatever it is, and so that they can become, I guess, the leader of this new regime, this new government that is surfacing after a revolution in their country, city. So I'm gonna use that. It says a holiday novel. Do I even have any holiday novels here? You know what? I'm going to cheat a little. Sorry, not sorry. It's my TBR, so I make the rules. I'm gonna say that going on vacation, you know, some people don't say vacation. I think that's a very American word, and some people say they're going on holidays. So holiday book, people meet on vacation. I'm gonna go with this one. That way I'm still having a lot of romance on here, but at least it's a contemporary, so I'm gonna mix it up a little. So I believe this is about 2 friends who like used to go on vacation a lot together until something happens in their past and suddenly they stopped. And the female friend realizes that she hasn't been happy since she went on vacation with her best friend. So I think she invites him to go on one last vacation together to see if they can rekindle their friendship, and then I think their friendship turns into romance, is what I'm expecting. So I heard this is a really good one. It's like rated really well, so hopefully I enjoy it. I have a tough time finding romances that I actually enjoy. I have a lot of physical books on my TBR. I really need to choose an ebook. This one says reread a favorite. I actually, it's a little early, it's April 28 right now, but I just started rereading The Hunger Games, so I'm going to add The Hunger Games on my TBR as my other audiobook. Actually really enjoying that one, and it is one of my old favorites. Okay, I got 2 audiobooks, so my audiobooks are done. This one says, matches my favorite bookmark. Okay, so this is where I keep most of my bookmarks. Yeah, my favorite bookmark is already in a book. So out of the bookmarks that I'm not already using, I think this one would be my favorite. I mean, it's not anything crazy. I don't have any like super nice bookmarks, but I like this one. It has like a very dark, like pretty black and teal colors, and it has some orange in here. So let me see if I can find an ebook that matches this. This ebook, Pretty Girls by Karen Sauter, I feel like the cover kind of matches. I mean, there's some dark colors in here. There's orange, there's white. My TBR, I think it works. Okay, and I've actually been really excited to read Pretty Girls, so this is perfect. Okay, 2 more picks, 1 more ebook and 1 more physical book. This one says I'm gonna read 2 synopses? I'm gonna read 2 synopses to my husband and have him pick one. I have a few downloaded already. I've actually got 2 graphic novels. It's either gonna be White Sand by Brandon Sanderson. I think it's like a compilation maybe of the first 3 volumes, or it might just be the first volume. And then I've also got Sega Book 1, the deluxe edition, so I can read both of those to him and hopefully he'll pick one. Okay, so I'm gonna read you 2 book descriptions and you tell me which one you think I should read. Okay? Okay, so the first one, on the planet of Taldane, the legendary Sand Masters, harness arcane powers to manipulate sand in spectacular ways. But when they are slaughtered in a sinister conspiracy, the weakest of their number, Kenton, believes himself to be the only survivor. With enemies closing in on all sides, Kenton forges an unlikely partnership with Chris, a mysterious darksider who hides secrets of her own. And the other one is... Sega is the story of Hazel, a child born to star-crossed parents from opposite sides of a never-ending galactic war. Now Hazel's fugitive family must risk everything to find a peaceful future in a harsh universe that values destruction over creation. So, book about an underdog with sand powers who's trying to avenge his people, or a book about a baby who was born to 2 star-crossed lovers from separate planets who are at war with each other. Okay, so the sand one. Okay, thank you. Hopefully one of those 2 will sound interesting to him and I'll have an easy graphic novel to read. Okay, I've got 2 ebooks, 2 audiobooks, and now I just have 1 more prompt to pick for 1 more physical TBR book. Okay, this one says, most recently hauled. This is the book that I got most recently in the mail, and it's Finley Donovan is Killing It. So it says here at the bottom, most moms are ready to kill someone by 8:30 a.m. on any given morning. So it says a funny, smart, twisty, and surprising read. So it says here Finley Donovan is a single mom and a struggling novelist, and she gets overheard one day discussing the plot for her novel, and they think that she's a hitman. So she gets offered to be a contract killer and get rid of somebody's husband, and then I guess because of that she gets roped into the murder investigation when that husband does end up murdered. Fast-paced, deliciously witty, and wholeheartedly authentic in depicting the frustrations and triumphs of motherhood. Excited. I've heard good things about this one, and I do need more thriller mysteries, cozy mysteries in here. I know it's not a thriller. I'm pretty sure this is going to be like a cozy mystery. So that should be a fun one to add. And I think with that said, this is going to be my TBR. So I've got A House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas, The Guinevere Deception by Kirsten White, Ninth Reign by Jen Williams, Fireboy by Rosaria Munda, People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, Finley Donovan is Killing It by Elle Cosimano, and Eat, Drink, and Remarry by Margot Howard. And then I've got either White Sand or Sega, Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter on ebook. And then for audio, I have, what did I choose for audio? The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins and All the Missing Girls by Megan Miranda. So that's it, guys. This is my TBR for the month of May. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you've read any of these books and if you enjoyed or did not enjoy some of them. And what are you guys reading for the month of May? I'd like to hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.